Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jeff and this is my soap studio in San Diego. Today I want to show you how I take and edit product shots for my social media and my website. I get asked this question all the time, and really it gets down to two important things: lighting, which is everything, and editing, which is everything. Now for the lighting, you have two options. You can invest in studio or photography lighting like I have here, and that runs you about $75 or $80 on Amazon, and I'll put the link down below. Or you can rely on free light, which is basically sunlight, and I've got the advantage of having a great window here and getting the San Diego sun, as well as some studio lighting that I've invested in. But you really don't need the studio lighting, it's just an added plus. And the second is editing, and I'll get into that a little bit later, but what I'm going to show you is a free app that does everything for you, and you don't need anything like Lightroom or Photoshop, and it gives you a nice crisp white background just like any professional photographer would. So let's get into it. So this is my photo setup. I typically have two photographer's lights set up, one that's slightly above the soap and the other in front off to the right. I use a piece of white vinyl sheeting I get from Michael's for about $1 that I tape to the wall with a slight curve to it, because it's just one less thing you'll have to edit out afterwards. So once you have your soap set up, get out your camera on which I use my iPhone. And typically for most of my shots, I set it to square mode. It's again less editing that I have to do afterwards. Another tip is slightly overexpose the photo before you even take it. It just brightens up the background. So tap the screen. When you see the little sun, drag your finger up and it brightens it up a little bit. It's just slightly overexposing the photo. Another tip, take multiple photos. You're never going to be pleased with the first one you take. So I've learned the hard way to take at least 4 or 5 photos. That way I can choose in the editing process which one's going to work out best. Okay, so now that I have my photo, I'm going to open it up in the Snapseed app and open it from the device or the iPhone. And once I have it open in the app, I'm going to hit the tools button at the bottom and then hit the selective tool. And now this is where the magic happens. This is going to allow you to control the brightness of the background. Hit the plus button and then tap the screen, and a letter B appears. That stands for brightness. Hold your finger down on the screen and then slide it to the right. As you do, a selected area will increase in brightness. And as you tap around the screen and continue to do this, that dark, kind of grungy, dirty look that you took with the photo begins to whiten and brighten around the object. And you can continue to do this to smooth it out and make a consistent look and have a nice white crisp background, and the object is unaffected. Now if you need to, you can go back to the areas you've already worked on, hit that B again, highlight it, and then just continue to slide your finger to the right, increasing the brightness to the desire that you want it to be lightened. And once you're done with the selective tool to enhance the brightness, now you can go into the tools bar again and hit the brush, hit exposure. I set it at about 0.7. And what this will allow you to do is control the areas that you want to overexpose. So it's another way of fine-tuning the background. So here you can see I'm using my finger, zooming in around the object and just going over the areas of any shadows or areas that really weren't able to be improved by the selective tool, and just cleaning that up with the exposure brush. And you can go around the object, clean it up, get really close to it by zooming in around the object and just going around bit by bit and using your finger to overexpose the areas that you want to kind of get nice, bright, and white. Now I'm going to speed this up right now because I think you get the general idea. I mean, you can spend as much time as you like cleaning up these backgrounds and making it as white and bright as you like. But for me personally, I like a nice, clean background. And sometimes I can't get that with the lighting and the camera that I have or the iPhone. So using this app, you can really clean up the background and not have to invest in a lot of lighting equipment. And there it is. I mean, it looks pretty professional. And once I'm done editing on the Snapseed app, I then open it up on my camera and do some final edits using the photo app. So this is really just to fine-tune the different aspects of the photo through highlights and maybe some brilliance and shadows. But it's just to make sure that the colors and hues I'm representing in my social media and my website are accurate and really portray the soap to be what it is to the customer when they receive it. So with the right lighting or even sunlight and the free app Snapseed, you can turn this photo into that photo. Thanks guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit the like button. Everything I mentioned in the video and what I use will be in links below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.